There it is. And here we are. It is that time for the premier sports betting show with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the primetime capper. And boy, oh boy, this is the premier sports betting show. Oh my goodness, OMG. I know yesterday we got shut out in the NBA and the WNBA, but that is fine. That is fine. Because you know what? We made up for it in baseball yesterday. We got the dog of the day home for the sixth day in a row. We also got home the Tigers last night as well too. So we went 2-2 in the dog pick four. We went 4 out of 2. We went 4 out of 6 in the primetime pick 6 last night as well too. So you know there's things to look at. There's bright spots here going on, everything like that. And last night we had a hell of a game between the Nuggets and the Jazz. Boy, oh boy, I'm telling you, that game really came down to the last minutes and everything like that. And who else figured that that game would still be close, even though the Nuggets had a 14-point lead at the half? You knew that that game was still going to finish the way it was going to finish. And man, oh man, it was like a movie almost, you know what I mean? And pretty much the way the game broke down and the way that Mitchell lost the ball at the end, it's just like, damn. You know what I mean? At the end of Sunset Park, the end of every real basketball movie ever. So pretty much, man, it is what it is at the end of the day. But man, it was a hell of a game. It was a great game, and man, oh man. And before we move on and get into the bets, that's what's up, man. Shout out to North Carolina Tar Heels, baby. You already know what it is, man. That's what's up. Thank you, sir. So pretty much, the Raptors, Celtics. I'm gonna tell you guys like this. That series got classic written all over it. Okay, Boston stole that game yesterday. Marcus Smart hitting a four-point play. At the moment he hit that play, there's nothing that you can do about it. The momentum had just swung right to Boston at that point. Even though it seemed like Toronto should go ahead and win that game right at that moment, the momentum swung. Okay, and it happens. And just like with the Jazz series, with them winning games 2, 3, and 4, what did I tell you guys yesterday? I said that what happens is that pretty much what occurred in that game is that the Jazz got too many wins. So now they got comfortable. And that's what's going to probably happen to Boston as well, too, is that they're going to get comfortable because now they've won 3 in a row against the Raptors. They feel like, oh, we got these guys. We got them figured out. We know what to do. So I'm telling you guys right now, pay attention in that game tomorrow. It's going to be a good one. That's all I can say. But let's go ahead, jump into some WNBA first, and then we're going to get into some baseball. Then we're going to talk the NBA playoffs, okay? How about that? I think that's the right order, right? All right, so WNBA today, we have ourselves the Lynx in the sky going at it. Lynx are actually damn good against the Eastern Conference this year as well, too. They've lost one time to the Eastern Conference this season, and pretty much I like this bet. I like it a lot. Them as an underdog, they're a good play as well, too. You have to understand, this team just smoked the Sparks, who were coming off a 9-game winning streak. So the Lynx playing against the Sky, who've been going through the motions the last few games, I really do like the Lynx a lot in this spot. I think that they take care of their business, and they're actually just warming up at this moment, in my opinion, as well, too. So pretty much the Lynx with the plus 135, I think that we can go ahead and cash this ticket. It's a dog play as well, too. Not a big dog, but it's a dog play. And I think the Lynx, they worthy of it. Because you have to understand, these teams have identical records. They're literally the same type of team. But when you look at the numbers and the stats, the Lynx really, really just pop out. You know what I mean? And it's hard to bet against them. So I'm taking the Lynx plus 135 in this spot. But this game is not easy at all. This game is a toughie. You know what I mean? It's a real tough game. I'm just trying to be on the right side because literally, you guys have to understand, I really wanted to take the Mercury bad yesterday. But with the way the Aces were playing, I didn't think that they would go into that game and lay an egg the way that they did. But, hey, things like that happen. And the Mercury had been losing this money anyway. So sometimes teams have to make us pay for it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what that situation was last night. But we're not going to get caught up in that BS tonight. We're going to take the Lynx to win this game. Let's see how it shakes out. We move forward. We got the over 163 Sparks Wings. These teams just met up about a week ago as well too, and they had a hell of a game as well too, and that game went over as well. Both teams dropping 80 points in that game. I can sense the same thing occurring in this one as well too, because it seems like the Sparks defense is the Sparks defense gave up 98 points. That was pretty alarming, their last game and everything like that. So I'm thinking that they do want to make the adjustments defensively, but the Wings always make them work a bit harder than they need to, and it's always the Sparks always have to score a lot of points to really beat them as well too. The Wings are a very middling team. They're not doing very much, you know what I mean, this year, but they are 6-10. So you do have to respect that they do come to play. You know what I mean? So pretty much I do like the over 163. Let's see how it shakes out. And then we got the Mystics and the Storm. This would have been a huge matchup if, say, Del Don was a part of it. But Del Don decided to opt out. She's dealing with Lyme disease at this moment. She says that I think she said she takes 40 pills a day. I don't know how she's ever going to play basketball again. But plus 15 on the Mystics. I'm just going with this because as we talked about before, the Storm have been struggling to cover these double-digit spreads lately. So I'm going to go with the trend. They have to show us that they can cover this spread again. It's just way too many points. I know the Mystics seem to be struggling and things like that, but this is the type of game where they'll catch us by surprise, just like we got caught by surprise a few times by the Liberty as well, too. So instead of just saying, let's play an over-under, watch the scoreboard, let's just go ahead and take the Mystics, put your balls on the table and go from there. Plus 15 Mystics. Let's see how it shakes out. All right, we're moving on, and let's go ahead and talk about some baseball. And in the major leagues today, we got ourselves a very, very, very good matchup between the Rockies and the Giants. And yeah, brother, shouts out to Ecuador. All right. MLB PrimeTime PK6, 53-1 today. Better than a lotto ticket, fellas. So the Rockies money line today, they got to get us back. The Rockies lost last night, 23-4. And I had them as a client play, -1.5. And I was like, dude, I said, that literally was the Simpsons episode right there. He's already dead. Jeez Louise, they scored 13 runs from the 6th through 8th innings. One inning they scored 7, then they scored 1, and then they scored 5 in the 8th. And Alfredo, today, okay, so everybody entering the room right now, the NBA plays will be in a moment. They're going to be right after the baseball plays, okay? So just be patient. We're going to get there in a moment, okay? And then we have the under 10 with the Mets and the Orioles. Man, oh man, I love it. And pretty much, and man, it made me lose my train of thought. I was just talking Rockies. Now I'm jumping to the next game. But the Rockies money line -135. We got to bet that back, man, because I would go home. If I was playing for the Rockies, I would go home and be thinking about that mug, boy. I would be over here like, we got to kick their ass when we get to the stadium tomorrow, bro, because I might not want to play for the rest of the season after losing 23-4. Wow. So pretty much here we are. I'm looking at it. And I like the 135 on the Rockies. Let's see how it shakes out. We move forward from there. And then we have the under 10 Mets Orioles. And boy, oh boy, Orioles did make us look good yesterday. I had them as a dog play. And for my client. So we got the plus 120 last night on the Orioles. And that game was back and forth for a while. And that game wound up going over last night. Today, I think that this is going to be a over bet to a lot of players looking at the over-under bet for 10, and they're going to say, they definitely go over 10 easily. And these are the type of games that wind up being 5-3 or 4-3 or 4-2 or something of that nature, 3-zip shutout. You know what I mean? So pretty much I like that number right there, the 10. So let's go ahead and see how it goes. Under 10 Mets, Orioles. Let's get it. Then we got the Jays money line today. Jays going against the Marlins today. They got Ryu Haduket on the mound, and I think that man is going to be able to go ahead and take care of his business today against the Marlins. He's always pitched against them very well. So pretty much there it is with that. The Jays money line -120. Let's see how that shakes out. And then we move forward, and we have the Nats going against the Phillies today, and it's Mad Max Day, so let's go ahead, see how this one plays out. But I think Mad Max owes us something. I think Mad Max owes us a big win today. Nats, your best pitchers on the mound. You guys know what to do. Show up and make sure you go ahead and take care of your business and get us that good win today. But we need you to win by 2 runs, all right, fellas? So there it is, -1.5 on the Nats. Mad Max Day. Let's go ahead and get it. And we move on, and we got the Red Sox going against the Braves today. So instead of putting them on the dog pick 4, I'm just going to go ahead and say let's try to play a little bit of an insurance game real quick and hope for the Red Sox to just go ahead and make the game close. If they win, good for them, but just keep it within 1 run. That's all we ask you guys to do. That's all we ask you to do, Boston. Okay, we're not asking you to pull out any teeth, do anything crazy. We just need you to be within a run or win the game, one or the other. +1.5, Red Sox. Let's see it. Let's get it. All right, Indians, Royals. We had the Royals as our dog of the day. Big dog, +200 on Monday. Then we had yesterday +230 with the Rangers. So today, we're on the scoreboard, watch a little bit. I think what happens here is that both of these teams are going to be scoring some runs today, especially the Indians. The Indians feeling a little good. Got a little bit of a brand new team. They got the headaches out the dugout as well, too. So there it is. Over 9, Indians, Royals. PrimeTime PK6. If you guys do parlay it, it will be 53-1, but you guys always know these numbers do vary. But 53-1, that's what I got, and let's see how it goes. And pretty much single what you like, and we move on. And let's go ahead and talk about the Dog Pick 4. It's the dog in me. I'm telling you, boy. I'm telling you, the dog. All right, so the Tigers absolutely trashed the Brewers. And what did we say already? They are absolutely clubbing the National League. The Tigers would rather be in the National League this season than being in the American League, in my opinion. So pretty much what I'm going to do here is we're going to bet the Tigers back because it seems like the Tigers are just rolling. They are rolling. That is their 5th win in a row, 4th win in a row. So pretty much they're rolling. They're playing good baseball. They're beating up on teams, and they're not looking back. So the Tigers, let's let the good times roll. +145. Let's see how it shakes out. Tigers money line. Then you got the White Sox today, the number 1 team in the AL Central right now. And quiet is kept. They did it quietly as well, too. Everybody's paying attention to the Indians and the Twins. White Sox came through the back door and said, hey, we the landlord now. So pretty much this is going to be the funnest chase at the end of the year. The AL Central, the 3-headed monster here. But I think the White Sox they really feeling themselves right now. And they at that moment where they feeling real good about themselves. And they trying to keep that lead steady. So I'm going to go ahead and take the White Sox with the +135. Let's see how it shakes out. Then we got the Diamondbacks, +165. Diamondbacks. Go ahead and get us right tonight, dog. I'm telling you, man, the Dodgers got 1 loss in them in this series. I know that they've been dominating the Diamondbacks all season, but I think that the Diamondbacks got a win in them. For the series, they don't get swept. I think they get the game tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and bet them back. We had them at a +200 last night. We'll go ahead and get them again at a +165. So let's see how it goes, and we'll go from there. +165, Diamondbacks, and then we got the Angels, the Dizzog, and they going against, the pesky Padres. Boy, oh boy, the Padres over here cocky with it right now. 2nd place, 5.5 games behind the Dodgers, but they got one of the better records in the National League as well, too. They feeling like this is they year in a minimal year, and they went all out. They went and traded for a whole bunch of guys Monday, and, pretty much they still getting to know each other a little bit. And the Angels, the Angels got to rid of a lot of guys that they've had for over the years, but they had to do it, man. These guys, the Angels is just the most overrated team I've ever seen in my life. How can you have, Pujols, and then you got Mike Trout, and then you got Rendon, and you guys still are in 4th place? But still, you know what? At the end of the day, that makes it hard not to bet them in spots like this, because I know I got myself a real roster, real hitters on the Angels, and you know what? The Padres going to walk up in here feeling all cute, feeling all good, feeling like they are part of the club. And the Angels going to have to bring them back down to earth for us today. So that's why I'm going to take the Angels with the plus 185. See, I got to dog you before I give you your props. You know what I mean? Because that's how it is with you sorry-ass teams sometimes. So it is what it is. Angels plus 185. Let's see how it shakes out. And time for the NBA. Cue up the NBC theme. All right, so the NBA playoff bets for today, I got 4 of them for you today, and I am even tossed in first half. So let's go ahead. Bucks -5 today. Why Bucks -5 today? I feel like the Bucks, when they get a double-digit lead today, they're not going to let up. And if they don't, and this is pure fact, they could have won that game if they didn't have so many turnovers. They actually had more three-pointers made than the Heat in that game. That's what killed me. And they scored 40 points in the first quarter. That's a good barometer to measure the future of the series if you're on the Bucks side of things. But me, I'm going game by game. And I feel like this will be the game where the Bucks go ahead and say, we got to tighten up. We can't sit up in here acting like we playing against the Nets or acting like we playing against the Magic. We have to tighten up because Jimmy Butler wants to beat us. And he got these guys convinced that they can beat us. So pretty much what they're going to have to do today is they're going to need a big game from Giannis, but they're going to really need a big game from guys like Chris Middleton today. And I would say this. The X factor for the Bucks today, and I know he'll probably have a big game as well too, is going to be Robin Lopez. So, or is Brook Lopez? Either or, they both have a big day today, but the one that shoots all the threes, he'll be having a big day today. Okay, so -5 on the Bucks. Let's see how it shakes out. Bucks should win this game by 6 or better. They really should win the game by 10 or more. So we'll see how it goes. But the Bucks, I got your back today. We're going with the -5 on the Bucks. Let's see how it shakes out. And then, usually all of us are chasing the over, but right now the trend is not the over in the NBA. The last 8 games have went under from what I've been noticing. So pretty much what I'm going to do here today is going to be this. It's going to be the under 112.5 Heat Bucks first half. Pretty much so, and let me just tell you guys something. Do not take game 1 as the barometer for what the series is going to be. Y'all saw what happened in the Lakers series. Portland came out, won game 1. Everybody said Portland about to sweep. And Portland got their ass gentlemanly swept up out the playoffs. So let's just take it one game at a time. Nobody's missed Cleo yet, and we'll see how it goes. But Heat Celtics Eastern Conference Final, that will be fun. But we still got games ahead of us. That's all I can say. And then so I like the under 112.5. I feel like the Bucks are going to be locking it down defensively in this game to start it off. So pretty much that's why I'm going with the under 112.5. I think the Bucks are going to sacrifice points to play better defense today and to protect the ball a bit better as well too, and not just be so reckless, because they was reckless in game 1. Like they was like, oh, we the number 1 seed, we can turn it on whenever we feel like it, and then they couldn't turn it on. It just doesn't work like that. You got to be on all the time if you want to be great in this league. All right, so over 217 Thunder Rockets. This game is going to be a toughie. But I honestly think to myself, I know a lot of people like OKC today because Chris Paul had such a great game and blase. But you know what? At the end of the day, I felt like they needed to have 2 Game 7s in the Western Conference because they had to, because the East has so many sweeps. You got to understand the East, literally, the East playoffs were over in a week and a half. And then you still got the first round going on in the West. You still got one more first round game. So pretty much what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say let's take the over 217 because unlike the game last night, they're going to be scoring in this game. You know what I mean? Because yesterday we all had this idea that we are going to get a whole bunch of points again from the Nuggets and the Jazz. That didn't happen. And same thing happened in the game with the Raptors and the Celtics as well too. Thought we was going to get some points points in that one. We wound up not getting it. But in this game, I think we break the under trend that's been going on for the last few days, and we get the over 217 in this spot for this game, because I'm going to tell you like this, Harden knows, Westbrook knows they got to cook today, boy. They got to get them points today, and they got to make Chris Paul and them really work for it, because Chris Paul and them are really winning these, are really in these games simply because of where they're simply are in the game because the way that he goes about things, but the refs are keeping him in there as well too. But if you've seen the Rockets win, they've all been blowouts. And I think today that's probably going to wind up happening again. So pretty much I'm kind of giving away my hand a little bit because I'm already taking them as 3.5 first half. I think that they should be jumping all over the Thunder to start this game and not let up. And I think that Harden and Westbrook are the type of guys that will be able to do that today. So let's go ahead, see how it shakes out. And we all know that the Rockets-Lakers series sells much better than the Thunder and the Lakers. Come on, let's just be honest with ourselves. All right, so pretty much there it is for the NBA today, the playoff bets. And, yeah, man, we're going to move on to Parx, get a little bit of horse racing in real quick. And we're going to talk about Parx in Philadelphia. Where my Philadelphia people at? Philly, stand up. Philly, where you at? Cheesesteaks. All right, so Parx primetime bets for today. Our shot of the day will come in race 4 in a maiden claimer. This is going to be a 9-furlong race as well, too. We got Mighty Mark. He's 6-1 right now. Hopefully, we can get the horse to get up to about 7, 8-1, 9-1 before we go off at the gate. But I do like Mighty Mark a lot today. We're going to go ahead and pair Mighty Mark with the 10, 8, and 4. You can box it 3, 4, 8, 10, or you guys can go ahead and key it 3, 4, 8, 10. All right, so the best value today that I have is going to be this. It's going to be the key horse. It's going to be the 6 horse, Philip Cohen Sapicker. So pretty much we're going to win, play, show this horse. This horse has some really good value, got some really good numbers as well too. I like where this horse is going, and so pretty much there it is. Top horses for in this race are going to be the 6, 10, 7, 8, but we keying up the 6, and so pretty much this is how you want to box it: 6, 7, 8, 10, or you guys can key it 6, 7, 8, 10. All right, so we move on to the nightcap, and we got ourselves a maiden claimer as well too here at the end of the night. See, it's a lot of claiming races and things of that nature going on over at Parx tonight. So pretty much this afternoon, I mean. So we're gonna go with the horse by the name of Mirror Mirror, the number 8 horse, and we're going to go ahead and pair that horse with the 11, 1, and 2. You box it up 1, 2, 8, 11, or you guys key it 8, 1, 2, 11, okay? And we're going to have, and that's for the exacta, trifecta, superfecta, all right? And let's see how it goes. And then we have the late pick 4, which is going to be worth $30 today. We go long in leg 1 with 5 deep, 1, 3, 7, 9, 10. And then we'll go with the 6, 9, 10, 3 deep in leg 2. Then we go 2 deep in leg 3 and 4, the 3 and the 5, the 8 and 11. So hopefully we go ahead and get ourselves some nice little change over here out in Philadelphia over at Parx Casino Racetrack. So pretty much with that, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys are the absolute best, and you see how I did it today for you guys. I made sure that we put in the NBA last for you guys today so nobody would miss that. So if you did miss that, pretty much the replay is going to be up in a moment, and you guys can catch it then. So pretty much know that the NBA will be at the end of the episode today. So pretty much there it is. And I want to thank you guys so much, man. Big things happening. You know, we got followers following daily. We got the show building up daily. And I can't do this without you guys. So you guys keep me motivated, man. 45th show in 45 days, bruh. So pretty much I'll be back tomorrow at the same time, about 9 a.m. around that time, so we can go ahead and talk some more shop and get us some more money. We're so close to the NFL as well, too. Working on the new show as well, too. So you guys be on the lookout for that. I'm going to keep you posted on that one. That's a pre-recorded show. And I'm going to tell you like this. We still going to have NFL Sundays, though. So don't worry about that. Make sure you tune in. I'm still going to have some good tickets for you guys come Sunday, even though I'm going to be talking football all week. So pretty much it is what it is. But real quick, if you do need a book, go ahead and go to mybookie.ag. You guys can go ahead and sign up with the promo code POP, and you guys will receive up to $1,000 in a deposit bonus. Once again, where you can go get some crazy and some of the best odds in the world on mybookie.ag, especially if you're a fight fan. Use the promo code POP, and you guys will receive up to $1,000 in a deposit bonus. Once again, mybookie.ag, promo code is POP. Once you deposit, though, you got to deposit, put the promo code in, then everything works for you, okay? So, all right, the show is brought to you by Prime Wave Media Group. You guys go ahead and follow the YouTube at Prime Wave Media. Also, you guys can follow the IG and the Twitter at Prime Wave MG. Also, you guys can follow me on the Twitter at Pop DiBiase. You guys can follow me here at DiBiaseWave_. And if you are interested in being a client, you guys can DM me on the Twitter, once again, at Pop DiBiase, or you guys can go ahead and DM me on PTSI on IG, and I'll go ahead and I'll take care of that for you. So then you guys can, hopefully we can move forward and get you guys in there, and get you guys to the winner circle. So pretty much, that's our show for today. And this is the Premier Sports Betting Show, hosted by the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper, and I'll be right back at you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So tune in, and I am gone.